You're such an asshole.
We have an interesting and good request, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this request. It's just that you're lucky to have me. You're very lucky to have me to make it very simple for you. But I I should have linked to it below. If you guys go to my channel and search Crusaderism, dude, I was way ahead of this woke shit long ago. But the answer is there. And the question, well, I'll read the question. He says, why does the left support Hamas in Palestine, even though they practice Sharia law and will most likely kill adulterers and LGBTQ people? I'm requesting a video response. All right. So the reason I titled this, why the left LGBTQ supports Hamas, is because there is a distinction between leftist, not straight people, and not leftist, not straight people. I hate to call them rightists. It doesn't mean they're Republicans, but there are Republican gay people and not straight people. But the reason we have to delineate between the two is because this will answer your question, right? First, there's two reasons why the left, LGBTQ, or the left in general, would support Hamas. And that is their intense hatred of the United States and generally capitalism. Do you really hate an economic system? It's not really that. They are jealous. They are envious of people who choose to work harder than them, or some people who are just born into it, who got more. They are just, it's rank, petty jealousy that leftists will cheer on a terrorist group, murderers, or presumably some other political or religious movement that would actually be bad for them. The reason they cheer it on is because their hatred for capitalism, free markets, America, people more successful than them is more powerful. That's how much they hate you guys. That's how because they're leftists. That's it. And you want the actual human emotional component. It's greed. It's not greed. I'm sorry. It's envy. It's jealousy. They hate being reminded that they are inferior because other people chose to work and work harder than them, and that other people have more than them. Again, great test to see if you want to hang out with someone. Look at that guy's car. Oh man, that's a fancy car. See how they respond. Like, man, I wonder what that guy does. Yeah, I'd like to become like that man someday. Like, probably just capitalist pig. That's a jealous person. That's an envious person. Avoid them. But that's why the left in general will cheer on horrific, Stalin, Che Guevara. All right, they wear the shirt. That's why they really are to be like, well, you could leave. There's Venezuela, there's North Korea, there's plenty of places you could go. The too lazy. Again, laziness explains everything. So that's generally why leftists would do it. But then you throw it in with the LGBTQ. We're like, wait a minute. I mean, they'll literally kill you. Like, you're not. This isn't like a modern day pussy church in Wisconsin or Minnesota where the gay pride flag is out there. Like, they're literally going to kill you. And here's where you have to delineate and make the qualifier: left LGBTQ. And the other reason is because if you're a left LGBTQ, chances are you're not really LGBTQ. Say, well, Cappy, what do you mean by that? I am making the accusation, dare I say, that a significant, not all, are there not straight people who vote left? Yes. Yes, they are legit. But I would say a significant percent of those in the left and LGBTQ Venn diagram, a significant percentage of that overlap is faking it. Not faking their leftism, they're faking their gender, sexual preference, sexual identity, whatever you want to call it. And that is why you would say, wait a minute, the LGBTQ, they get, Hamas is against that, Hezbollah is against it, Islam's against it. A lot of places they get murdered. And okay, fine. Well, why would they support? Because they're not actually gay or not straight. Like many leftists, go back to the core, lazy. It's the leftism. It's not whether they suck a dick or not. That's not it. It's that they're lazy. And they are so lazy. I wrote a whole chapter of this in the book, How Not to Become a Millennial. Some people, to have purpose and meaning and value in life, will go so far as to identify as something that they're not. Rachel Dolezal was a white woman who took tanning pills and permed her hair to make it look like she was black. I think even headed up a chapter of the NAACP. 20%, 1 in 5 of Zoomers they polled identify as, or high schoolers they identified as not straight. I think women it was even higher. All right. 20% of the population is not straight. That is a bunch of attention whores claim to be something they're not. And this even pisses off the legitimate, authentic LGBTQ community. You could watch a video of I think it was a young lady, maybe it wasn't a lady. I think they were trans, so I don't know, saying, get the fuck out of here. You're faking it. There are people who are really actually not straight, and you guys are just doing it for attention. Same thing with mental illness is incredibly insulting to people who actually have a mental illness for you to fake having one so you can collect disability. Oh my God, like I'm so depressed. I listen to Billie Eilish. Oh my goodness, the depressions. I need assistance. Meanwhile, someone actually does suffer from whatever, bipolar, schizophrenia, a legitimate case of it. That's highly insulting to them. And so once you realize that the LGBTQ thing is a mask, a costume, a uniform they put on because they're too fucking lazy to go do something of worthwhile value and meaning and purpose in life, a leftist, you start to realize it's just a facade. That they're not really not straight. A certain percentage of them, not all, of course, but a high percentage of them. And so the two groups of people are they could actually be gay, but they hate America. Their leftism is so powerful. They hate successful, hardworking people, capital free market America, whatever, so much. They're fine with that, or they're not actually not straight. They're leftists, but they are so lazy. They fake being gay. They fake it's, they're all, whatever pride flag, dye their hair ridiculous colors. Like I have gay friends, not a lot, but I do have some. They're not like, oh my God, like it's not their shtick. They're not defined by it. It's just who they want to fuck. And you wouldn't know. Okay, if you went to a gay club, you'd know, which I have. I'm like, good luck. Hope you get his number. Those are good times. Those are good times, man. Oh God. So you're gay, they're gay then. But if you hung out with these people, no, he does his thing. He's a butcher, he's an accountant, whatever. When they go out and they constantly parade, I'll give you another example, right? Environmentalists. The vast majority of environmentalists don't give a shit about the environment. If they would do a lot of other different things, maybe solar panels, they'd walk to work, whatever. And the way, not 100% guaranteed, but you could generally tell when you have a leftist purporting a cause, you could tell if they're sincere about it or not. It's just general rule of thumb. Are they decent looking? Are they presentable? Or they a fat, ugly sow with ridiculous hair colors. And the reason they're fat, ugly sow with ridiculous hair colors, piercing and tattoos is because they're desperately trying to find some purpose and meaning in life. So they go zany crazy with the tattoos and the hair color. Why? Because you don't have to work at that. And they're fat. That means you're lazy. You don't have any control or discipline. Again, it doesn't explain everything, but I guarantee you there's a correlation coefficient around 0.8 there. And so when you see the wild, crazy hair color, like the weak soy boy type, oh my God, or promoting something that would literally kill them, you have to call into question, are they really that thing that they claim to be? But so that is why in this particular instance, you would have the left LGBTQ. Why would they support something that's harmful to them? Because they're not LGBTQ. They're faking it. That's their mask. Then there are also some legitimate leftists, LGBTQ or not, whose hatred is more powerful than any other risk that may be associated in this particular case with having a caliphate or a Muslim theocracy and all they're so the leftists hate people, capitalists, hardworking entrepreneurs, people more successful than them. Their hatred of you is more powerful than their desire to smoke pot, okay? Because the Muslims will come and say, you're not doing that. Their hatred of you is more powerful than their desire to maintain women's rights. Like, no, you don't get to wear that. They're like, fine, at least you got the capitalist pigs. The enemy of the enemy is my friend, right? You know, and then the United States and Russia still had a Cold War afterwards, some hot wars by proxy. That's what it is. That's how much they hate you. Or I rather, to be technically correct, how much they fear having to work a real job. There you go. All right, let's go to the super chats if we have any and have ourselves a treat. No super chats. Oh, said Cappy. All right, Cappy, go get some food. I will see you guys later. Link below how not to become a millennial. Toodles.